Hey guys, this is Power 14. I'm super excited to be with you guys today. We're going to talk about the good news and the bad news of what happened on the market. Where is Bitcoin heading? More importantly, we're going to dig into SwissBorg and what are we at with the Wealth app. Without further ado, let's get into the business. As always, if you don't have your picture on the family board, please send it to me via Telegram. It'll be awesome to put you to the table. It's always great to have all these beautiful pictures of our community members. Joke of the week. As you know, Peter has been a big fan of gold. 8 years ago, he was saying that gold was at 1,700, and you're going to see 5 years from now it's going to double. Well, it looks like gold is still at 1,700, so it hasn't really moved since. And he's always been speculating that Bitcoin's a bubble, but now it looks like he's actually doing his KYC through Binance. You should actually do it for SwissBorg. So Peter, but anyways, good thing to laugh about him is that I'm not against gold. I just think that Bitcoin's a digital gold. With that said, negative news of the week. There was a study dealt by two different PhD students at University of Cambridge, and essentially they were quite pessimistic about crypto in general, saying that there was a lot of fake transactions, a lot of wallets are actually on airdrops, and people are not really using it. There's some part true of it, and it's true that Ripple is always the one that doesn't hard to explain where the utility is, though Ripple is still doing great thing with banks, have many more partnerships, but it's still hard to see where's to be real usage with now that we have all these different stable coins. North Korea, always growing in the hacking world. That's what it is. It's sad to take part that North Korea is really focusing on that, but hey, it does make sense though. More negative news is that Bitcoin fees was really high recently because there's been a lot of transactions thanks to the Bitcoin halving, and that's not always cool, and that's why there was a different forks such as Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, and different other ones. When the fees are too high to make transactions, well, eventually we do fork. On the bright side, I would say there's a lot of great things. One is about stable coins. Close to 10 billion and asset under management through Tether, and that's crazy. Valuation of $10 billion for edging, for going fiat to crypto, because most exchanges don't have fiat gateways. I think so. That is really crazy. Talking about that, which 3 months ago it was at 3 billion, something like that, and it went to up to 10 billion. That's really growing, and we're seeing there's a great usage for trading for stable coins. That we always talk about the fact that the future of money could have built-in universal basic income. We've been talking about that at SwissBorg, and I think so. It really does make sense. It's making more and more sense. I think so, and I really believe that we'll get to that hopefully very soon. Proof of stake is one way, but we could have as well universal basic income, which could be the long-term way, and that could be very valuable. We strongly believe at SwissBorg. Great things for crypto chicks, crypto women's. Beautiful that all the lovely, more and more women are getting into the blockchain sphere, which is really cool. And it's a tendency that's really been growing of women going to CoinMarketCap, but just trading, and we're seeing on the Wealth app as well. It's always really good to have more and more women with us, so I'm super happy about that. It's really cool. Last but not least, the big news of the week. This I think so has been really hard. Really, Reagan Fording saying that some influencers are really getting to know us and understand the values we represent, understand the value of the SwissBorg token, CHSB, and the Martini guy is really a smart young guy who got into crypto a long time ago. And he's been a great ambassador, and I really thank him so much to support us, to do this completely free. We haven't sponsored him in any case. It's really his own voice, and you see that maybe 2 years ago it was hard to get influencers. Now it's getting easier and easier because the Wealth app is ready, the Smart Engine is amazing. There's so many great things growing around SwissBorg today that eventually there will be more and more people that will be buying our token, and that's going to help us a lot, and more people downloading the Wealth app and using it. The market itself, well, like most, influencers or people were predicted, halving was going to help prior to the halving and most probably after the halving. But when the halving happens, you want to sell the news, right? And this is pretty much what happened. There's a consolidation that happens. Right now, we're playing between those two big resistance, which is 7,000 and 10,500. We got to 10,000, but we didn't break that 10,500. Therefore, the market capitulated a bit. I don't think so. It's just a little drawback from it. I don't think so. It's so serious about it. Most probably, I believe that we'll have a very bullish tendency that we're gonna get back whenever there's gonna be some positive news. We're gonna get back to closing that 10,000, and hopefully we'll be able to break that 10,500 resistance and go for a nice ride to, like, say 11,000, 12,000. So that would be great, and I think so. That's very plausible, to be very honest. We see more interest as well, growing from future sides, which is great. Not only BitMEX is dictating the market, but there's a lot of different essentially exchanges such as Bitfinex, CME. Obviously, he's been there for hours. UAB is growing, which is great. OKX as well, Binance to some extent, and I think so. It's really good that there's more and more exchanges that are growing. It's helping a lot the market, and not just like 5 traders on BitMEX short the market and then everything collapsed, like what happened in early March. Video of the week. Super excited that Andreas is coming back. That's super cool. Love the guy. Probably one of the smartest guy in the scene. Understands so well. So tune in tomorrow. Check it out. It's going to be a really cool episode. And come with us. Watch it live and ask different questions. It's always good to see it live tomorrow, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock GMT. SwissBorg in news. Really cool. Thanks so much to James Bawater. That's really helping us a lot and believing really in the SwissBorg ecosystem. There's 2 articles. One is a mention of all different great projects on the left side, and on the right side it's Anthony and Alex that wrote a great way about how the Bitcoin has essentially a lot of factors that through inflation and different models, it could really be a great part for any investment, and everyone should have at least 3% of your portfolio in crypto. Community app rocking like always. Organic, 110,000, 3,000 people a week are just coming in, downloading it, enjoying it, rating it. It's really one of the growing crypto app. It's really great, and this will have great consequences on the wealth app as soon as we'll be slightly transitioning from one app to the other. So fireworks for that. Some stats about the wealth app. 4,162. It's great. We're growing at 30% rate, which is exactly what we targeted to maintain. Not too much, not too crazy, but slowly getting people in and getting them to use it, right? It's not about downloads. It's about people actually using it and enjoying it. That's exactly. It's always quality over quantity. And that is extremely important figures. We have over 4 million under management, which is good. With that, close to $2 million of trade last week, which is crazy. That's super good. And a lot of that is done with premium accounts. Some of them is not. So some people are very lucky, and people who are having premium accounts, this is time to get the premium account. The average of exchange is actually very high as well. We're seeing 4.6, almost 5 trades per week, which is really great. That means people are really using it. They're looking at recommendations, which is really good. I think so. That's something really important that the SwissBorg predictor is doing, and more deposits. So we're seeing this, this income that's coming like on a weekly or some monthly basis, which is really good, and we're extremely proud of. With that, 12 million CHSB token has been staked, which is really good. And we have performed 2,100 exchanges, which is quite a lot. That's a big number. So super happy. We're extremely happy how this thing is growing. That we're not growing a big amount of users. We're growing steadily with the best users to make sure that we have a solid amount of people that are really using the app, and this will grow with referral programs and organically going forward. The average of exchange is actually very high as well. We're seeing 4.6, almost 5 trades per week, which is great. That means people are really using it. They're looking at recommendations, which is really good. And more deposits. So we're seeing this, this income that's coming on a weekly or some monthly basis, which is really good, and we're extremely proud of. With that, 12 million CHSB token has been staked, which is really good. And we have performed Protect and buy burn. I know what you're waiting for. It's been a long time. As you guys know, you can check this now on our website. This has been really one of the utility we wanted to showcase and show how much we have faith in the CHSB token. And this is something that's really, really good. Why is it this good? It comes really from the fact that it shows that we're a real ecosystem. We really are creating something that we want to reward the entire ecosystem and not just the shareholders, right? Which we're not doing. Here is the protect burn mechanism is that what we really do. There's a great article, by the way, on this. It shows that we really want to support the CHSB token, which means that 20%, right? 20% of actually all the profit made in the Wealth app goes to this program. And essentially, why do we say protect and burn? Essentially is that what we do is that we have a reserve fund that essentially buys back tokens whenever it crosses the 20-day moving average to make sure that we always on top of that moving average, which is extremely important. And that is a great way to show that we are not here to enriching ourselves. We are here to build an ecosystem and to enrich the whole ecosystem where all the value is created on one side, such as the Wealth app. We want to put it into our entire community to reward them. And I think so this is extremely well. As you guys can notice, this is very transparent. It's on the CHSB overview. It's a new page. And you can see the transaction ID that has been done, and you see that this has been sent to this address. So 100,000 tokens have been burnt this recently. And what does that do? It shows confidence. It shows that this model is a winning one. And for that being said, look what happened. We have, as of today, the last 24 hours, close to 600,000 volume. We haven't had that since the ICO itself. This is amazing when you think about it. 500,000, it's like this is really serious. This is getting to a course where it's not a shit coin. It has multiple utilities, SwissBorg token, but it has more and more traction from smart people. And thanks to influencers like the Martini guy, but thanks to this buyback burn, this protect and burn mechanism that we're putting in place, and the Wealth app as kicking ass, and the smart engine, how well it's done, and all different features, we are now looking at a very positive territory. And with volume is very strongly correlated to performance, and with especially for the smaller cryptos. And this is a really good sign of really organic hard work that puts faith into our token, and that's the beauty. I'm really excited about this. It's super cool to have that. Big news. So we looked at all the different tokens, and the idea whenever we list a new token, what we do is we really make sure that we bring in the best project and create a best win-win, right? And the idea behind it is to make sure that we are very confident that this could be a great way to use it or a great way for investment, right? We do extensive due diligence on it, on multiple from different layers. And as you guys could see here, well, these are the different stable coins that we want to list, right? We considered listing, sorry. There's a Tether, USD coin, Paxos, Binance, USD, True US dollar, and multi-collateral DAI. And for sure, the best project, community-wise, is DAI. But as the first token, we went for USD coin. And the reason is that, well, it's backed by Coinbase and Circle. Legally, it's super legit. Doesn't have the biggest amount of volume, but it's still good. And especially it's on Binance, Kraken, HIT, BTC, 3 different ways that we could bring in liquidity thanks to a smart engine. So it'll be a good way for arbitrage and all different things. Why are we using this and why are we bringing this? It's for all the crypto only accounts that we're about to release, like all the countries that we still don't have fiat gateways. This will be a way that essentially you'll be able to go from fiat to crypto. Other people will be able to do that as well, but this is essentially mainly for crypto only guys, because you could go back to your original fiat with no no fees if you're actually on premium. So there's no way. So we'll be listing USD coin. We're really happy about that. We started talking to some of the guys in the team, and yeah, we're super excited about that. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this this short video, this powwow number 14. I put your thumbs up, of course. Bring us to the moon, and much love, guys. Take care. Bye.